Everyone, my name is Priyanka and welcome to my vlog. Today I'm going to teach you how you can become powerful in your life by ignoring people who don't value you. Now, this is a superpower that you need to cultivate in your life, because if you don't do that, you'll end up exhausting yourself, because the amount of energy and time and effort you put into creating these beautiful memories for everybody around you, and then you end up suffering in life. So all of this suffering, all of this heartache, all of this feeling of being broken from within is coming into your life because you don't know how to value yourself. So today I'm going to teach you how you can learn this art of ignoring people, because you need to have this conversation in your mind about how you need to stand up for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you don't do that, you will end up devaluing your self-worth in the eyes of others, because everybody around you understands this one thing about you, that this individual keeps on receiving our misconduct because this individual values us more than themselves. So they know that about you, they understand this aspect about you, that you don't value yourself. So today I'm going to teach you how you can learn to value yourself over others, because in this life you come first. You have to become a little bit of a baddie because if you don't do that, you will end up feeling sad and depressed in this life of yours. So be that baddie, because if you don't do that, you will end up giving your self-worth, your power to others. This is you. You're doing it on your own and you don't realize it. You keep on blaming the world, you keep on blaming the people in your life, and you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm continuously getting into the company of people who don't value me. There must be something wrong with me. Yes, there is something wrong with you, and that is your thought process. So I'm going to teach you some simple ways in which you can alter your mindset, because it's all about mindset. So today we will alter our mindset to become stronger here, because if we become stronger here, we can become stronger out there. The reason why you feel broken from inside is because the world that you keep giving love to is not reciprocating that same love. You put in so much of an effort to make everybody's life beautiful, but your life turns out to be very dark. It's like a horror movie going on, and you don't realize how simple acts of kindness are turning into depression and really sad memories for you. So you're kind to everybody around you, but you're not kind to yourself. So the very first lesson here is that you must put yourself first before everybody else. If you start doing that, you will realize that slowly and steadily everybody will start putting you first. But right now, you are the one who's giving an indication to others that I come in second, I come in last, and that is a problem. Because every time you meet people, your relatives or your peers, you keep on telling them that go ahead, keep on improving your life. I'm here to support you, and you put in so much of an effort in functions, in parties, in their self-improvement journey, or sometimes you're there to keep on improving their life, in a sense that, if they're building a house, you'll be there to help them in building a house. If there's a marriage coming in your house, you'll be there helping them in all the activities with regards to a marriage, or you will just go out of your way to build a happy life for them. And you'll give away so much of your time and effort and energy into providing your assistance to these individuals in your life whom you have given importance in your life, and at the end of the day, they are not reciprocating that same energy back at you. If that was happening, you wouldn't be here listening to my vlog, and you won't be feeling sad and depressed, because when you hit low bottom or you need assistance in your life, let's say with terms of career, health, money, or something that you need in your life that anybody that you have paid attention to must provide for you is not coming in, then you are realizing slowly and steadily that I gave in so much of an effort in building everyone's life around, and I've seen people do that. People will put in so much of an effort to make everybody's life comfortable, and they go through discomfort in their own personal life to create comfort in someone else's life. So if you're there dragging your feet around and blaming everybody, then you don't value your time and energy. All of that effort and energy that I'm putting in is measurable. So I'm going to measure my effort and energy. So whatever effort and energy I'm putting in, I must keep that effort and energy at least 99% for myself and 1% for everybody else. And the moment you do that, you realize that your life will become better. That 1% is enough. But you end up giving 99% of your effort and energy to everybody and keep only 1% to yourself. And that is the reason why you keep on failing miserably in this life. You are broken from inside because you don't realize that the effort and energy that you need to put into your own life is very small, minuscule. And that is why your life is looking very sad. All of your decisions are haywired. You are living a very chaotic life. You are feeling miserably in this life. Failed relationships, not having good health, having money issues, having really bad relationships with your peers or with your friends or with your inner circle, because the effort and energy that was supposed to go into building your life is going into building someone else's life. This is your lesson number one. So keep 99% of that effort and energy for yourself, for building your own life. Because the moment you do that, you will realize that your life is going to not only become better, but people will come and help you. Because people always value those who value themselves first. Second lesson is that you must stop taking things personally in your life. If someone is saying something to you, why do you need to take it personally? Even if that somebody is very close to you, then don't take everything personally. Understand that you need to decipher whatever feedback you're receiving in your life into two boxes. One is that it is important, and one that it is temporary. They're saying something like this, then they'll get over it and they'll probably even forget it. That's happening to you, right? People closest to you keep on telling you something about your life that is not nice. So there'll be remarks about your life, especially with regards to how you appear, how your finances are appearing. First physical appearance will come in, then financial appearance will come in, then your emotional and your uh, relationship appearance will come in. People will tell you, oh, you're not married, so you're not doing well in life. You're single, you've just run through a heartbreak, so you're not doing well in life. Then sentences like these will keep on repeating in your life. Now, the problem with you is that you take everything personally, and people will attack you the more you take things personally. So, this is my lesson number 2 for you, and that is stop taking things personally. If someone is coming with a reaction about your life and they shouldn't be actually reacting at all, what should you do? You should simply become silent. Now, that's a big ask because you were trained so far in your life. I'm saying the word trained, okay? Listen very closely. You were trained because you were living in unconscious environments. Right now, you are trying to become conscious of your life choices, of your decisions, of your thought process. So, right now, you're learning to become conscious, but you've not become conscious fully, because if you had become conscious, you wouldn't be listening to my vlog. It's as simple as that. You're here listening to my vlog because you want to understand how to become stronger here. So, the very first thing that you need to understand is that you need to create pockets of stillness within you, because once you do that, you will stop reacting and taking things personally. And I remember this one person in my life who told me very early on in my life that you take things very personally. At that time, they said it in a very sarcastic manner, but now looking back in hindsight, this is what we need to teach ourselves, to stop taking things personally. In fact, don't take feedback from anybody in your life. If someone is coming in with a feedback, you can do two things. Either you can shut that feedback there itself. Okay, you can tell them, I'm sorry, but this is my personal life and these are my choices, and I'm going to live by these choices because I'm living this life. So if you have something positive to say to me or an advice that is going to propel me into a better life, yes, come in with a feedback. Otherwise, please don't give me a feedback. You can be a bit rude. You can stand up for yourself, because if you don't stop these kind of interactions early on, you'll keep on receiving these interactions later on in your life, and they will keep on continuing to an extent where you will become sad and depressed, and you will cry like a broken china doll, a china doll that has broken into different pieces, and then you glue it together. It'll always appear broken. So you don't want to appear like that. You don't want to fracture this mind of yours, and your mind is getting fractured by the kind of feedback you're receiving in your personal life about your life. So let's understand that lesson number 2 is that we will stop receiving this kind of feedback. So first thing is that we'll tell people, okay, please stop giving me this kind of feedback. I will do whatever I want to do in my life because this is my life, and you are on the periphery of my circle. You're not even in my inner circle, and even if you're in my inner circle, you still don't have the right to give me a feedback unless I ask for it. So whatever unsolicited advice you have for me, keep it to yourself. Second is that, let's say there's somebody who really wants to give you an advice and you cannot speak up your mind. You're somebody who doesn't have the confidence right now to stand up for yourself. What you can do is, when they are giving you that feedback, stop listening. It's going to be a bit difficult. You will have to cultivate this art of not listening. So what I suggest to you is that when someone is coming in with an unsolicited advice and you're unable to stand up for yourself and say to them, okay, I don't want to hear this, what you can do is you can start taking divine's name, because the moment you do that, your mind is going to become so much calmer, so much focused. You will gain that inner strength that you were missing out in your life. नाम जप करें. नाम जप करते ही क्या होगा कि आपकी लाइफ में एक बैलेंस आएगा. That balance that you were missing in your life is going to come into your life, and that will allow you to breathe a little, give you that breathing space that you need when someone is coming at you, attacking you from all sides and telling you things that you don't want to listen to. You need to understand something, that if you want to start ignoring people, you have to create a weighing scale in your life. That weighing scale is what individual carries what kind of weightage in my life. So far, you've not created that weighing scale in your life. So you almost give everybody that same kind of attention, and sometimes people in life do not deserve that kind of attention and empathy. So what you need to do is you need to create a weighing scale. Write it down if you have to. If it's not very clear in your mind, you can write it down. So you can create that percentage, how much of an effort you want to put into improving their life or making their life better, and you'll realize slowly and steadily that you were giving in too much of weightage to these individuals who didn't deserve it. That picture will become very, very clear to you. So create a weighing scale. Understand that the power that anybody has over you is being given by you. They don't have any power actually over you. You're the one who's giving that power to them. You're handing over that power from your hands onto their hands, and you're saying to them, oh, please, you must come and say things to me that'll hurt me. That's what you're doing. If you actually imagine it, you can imagine it like this, that, you have this glowing, beautiful globe of your energy in your hands, and then you're placing that beautiful glowing globe of energy into someone's hand and telling them, please take care of it. But they are like naughty children. They will not take care of it. They are manipulative, toxic individuals that you've been keeping in company for a very long period of time. What will they do? They will crush that globe or that beautiful light of yours. And they do not love you. They only love themselves. And they're narcissistic and toxic people sometimes. So be very, very careful where you're placing your energy, in whose hands are you giving the power to rule over you. If you become aware of your own true self, you will stop giving away that energy to anyone. So my fourth rule is that you should become self-aware. You should notice what, how, and in which phase of your life you're in, and what you should listen to, what you should pay attention to. Because if you want to ignore people, you have to become aware of your inner self. You have to understand what is it that you don't want, because you have a whole list of things that you want in your life, and probably you've received a few of those things, but you are not living in a very stable environment. It's not about just living a materialistic life. It is also about living a life that is about living from a place of stability. You should be able to wake up and go to sleep in a very stable environment. And that stable environment can only happen if you start paying attention to your thought process, because the moment you start paying attention to your thought process, you will cut out a lot of toxic people, a lot of toxic habits, a lot of toxic food and thoughts. All of these things will move away from your life. So the fourth rule is that you must pay attention to what you're thinking. Your thoughts matter a lot. They create the reality that you're living in. And if you're not aware of your own thinking, you will probably end up spending a lot of time explaining yourself to individuals. The reason why you feel broken from inside is because you end up explaining yourself to people who don't value you. You end up giving importance to people who do not want to give that importance back. You explain, you suffer, you fight, you go on appeasing people. All of this suffering is happening because you're going to an extent of over explaining yourself, overextending yourself. You don't have to do that, because if you keep on doing that, people will devalue you. People only value people who do not go to an extent of explaining themselves, where they go on begging people. Literally, you're right now at a stage where you're begging people to be in your life, and you go on explaining yourself to an extent where you say yes to their idea of life, to their value systems, to how they want to live this life. You don't want to live the life that they are right now creating for you. But right now, you don't have the courage to say no, because you feel scared that you will be lonely, you'll be alone. And if you ignore these individuals, you will feel broken from within. So the problem is not in other individuals. The problem here is that we keep on overextending ourselves, over explaining ourselves to people who do not want to create a better life for us. So, whatever value systems and whatever life they're creating for us, actually, we don't want that. But because we're not self aware, so we are not sure of what kind of life we want to live. So we keep saying yes to these people. We keep on pulling these people into our inner circle and giving them that kind of importance that yes, I want to be like you. You tell me what to do in this life of mine. I'm very lost. You are not lost out there. You're lost here. That's the problem. The moment you become aware of yourself, you will never seek advice from individuals who do not have the capacity to give you advice. But right now, you're sitting in the company of people who are very toxic, who don't know what to do with their own life, and yet you are out there seeking advice from these individuals, and the value systems that they're bringing into your life are not really good for you. So understand something. If you want to build your life, if you want to improve your life, if you want to improve your self-worth, you have to start paying attention to the kind of people you are putting in your inner circle. If your inner circle is not made up of people who are self aware, who understand what they want from their life, then you will keep asking people who are lost to show you the path. So you cannot walk a path that is mapped by a lost individual. That's the reason why you're feeling lost and depressed in this life, because you know that the kind of feedback and the kind of roadmap that they're creating in your life is not good for you, and yet you cannot say no to them because you don't have the courage. So how will we bring that courage? As I told you, you need to still that mind of yours. You need to connect with that true self of yours, because the moment you do that, you will stop and listen to yourself, and you'll ignore all of these individuals who have been creating a lot of havoc in your life. The reason why you feel broken is because you know that these individuals are not good for you, and whatever they're saying to you is creating a lot of unhappiness in your life. So you want to feel happy, you want to feel good in your life, and the only way you can feel good in your life is by understanding who you are. If that is missing from your life, you will keep feeling broken from within. So we want to stop that feeling, we want to feel good, and we want to understand how we can ignore these individuals who are always devaluing us. It's just not how they treat you, it's also how they create an environment that is very toxic. They create a feedback system about you, about your life with others. So it's impacting your life on a very big level. And you want to reduce that level. You want to create a still environment, a stable environment where you wake up every day and you live your life from a place of peace, joy, happiness. But you've not experienced that for a very long period of time because of the company that you're keeping, also because you don't know how to value yourself, and also because you don't know how to say no to people, how to set healthy boundaries. So learn the art of ignoring a lot of individuals in your life, because if you don't ignore everybody in your life who's very toxic to you, and you keep on piling on to these people who are simply not aware of themselves and who are living a life from a place of dichotomy, what is going to happen to you is that you're going to live your life from that same dichotomy, and it's going to affect you to a level where you will end up making a lot of decisions that are not good for you. Right now, you're living a split life. So you're splitting between what you want and how to get there. So if you don't know how to get what you want in this life, the very first rule is ignore people who don't value your time, energy, and effort. And I hope that I was able to help you, because at the end of the day, we all want to live a good life. We all want to live a life from a place of stability. And if you're somebody who's new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below And thank you for watching and see you in the next one.